Hello and welcome to Big Sky 35, where everything is crazy this morning in my apartment. I got fire alarms beeping because they're dead, and so if you hear that in the background, I can't really do much to them. They're the non-battery; all of them work together, and I live in an apartment, so I don't know how much I can do to them. So I'm just kind of living with it right now, playing loud TV or music. Um, woke me up this morning. So, uh, since I'm wearing a Cincinnati Reds hat, you guessed it, we're going to finally, and I'm jokingly saying that because we're going to do King Griffey. The second half, I showed you my books. Now I'm going to show you uh, the actual rest of it, part two. It's been one thing after another on these Saturdays, or I couldn't get to them or whatever. This one, we're finally getting to it. It's my larger stuff that doesn't fit in a book, or it is graded or encapsulated or whatever, however you want to say it. And we'll just go over that real quickly, talk about some things. But first, let's talk about the week there was. So the week there was. I'm going to go a little bit more in depth. It was brought to my attention. I probably should. My man, Nats Man, always trying to help out the channel. And also leaving remarks down below if you wouldn't mind seeing Nats Man do maybe a solo show during the week just for the Nats. I told him he could this week. He wanted to go on one night, and I said, just go ahead, man. You change things up, make your own banner, whatever you want to do, whenever you feel like it. Let me know if that's something that interests y'all, so you can hear his, ideas just like mine on my Saturday. I think it'd be great for him if he wanted to do that. Anyway, so we were talking Sunday night, just kind of, the big game, Super Bowl Sunday, just getting on later in the game. I thought an hour into it would be about a quarter left in the game. I was a little off. It was about the whole second half. But I am more important than the Super Bowl. And a lot of y'all agreed because you came on and watched and gave your comments, and we had a good time. But we had a pretty good discussion. I can admit it wasn't my greatest show ever, but it was a good discussion. Really enjoyed it with Nats. This week I'm very excited who I'm going to have on. Right after I get done with this recording and uploading, I'm going to do a thumbnail way ahead of time for me. Usually I do it on the day of. Today I'm going to do it the day before. And I'll talk more about that on the week there will be. But we just kind of chatted about, different things. We knew we were going to get into baseball. We talked a lot of Star Wars. So if you're interested in that, please go back and watch and give a thumbs up and a comment, just saying hi again. That's all I ask. Let's see. Wednesday, I showed off some cards. I think they were almost all from packs. Some very interesting stuff, I thought. I did, I think I had a couple I don't think I had any purchases now. I do have a stack at the ComC. And my thought on that is like every month, I'll just casually go through, pick up something here and there, and just keep a stockpile. And at the end of the month, send them to me. I don't know what the turnaround time is for them. I know it's not as bad as it was during COVID, but I know it's not very quick. So we'll check that out as first time purchaser of stuff off of ComC. Straight from their website and not from eBay, because I used to do eBay. I paid a couple of dollars more just to make sure I can get I would have it within the week, which that makes absolutely no sense. So but we'll see what's going on with that at the end of the month. I'll put in my request to have it sent to me. Uh, I do have some there. It's not. I thought I was going to get more into it, and just a little tidbit. I've been saying things, here and there. I don't have anything bad going on in my life. I just looking to get a new vehicle. Um, so I've had my vehicle since 2007. Does have a little sentiment to it behind it. My best friend that passed away did sell it to me. Then passed away years later, but um, love it. It's an Avalanche. It still runs great, but it's one of those things where little things are happening on the interior, exterior. Does have a little oil leak, but it's very slow. Uh, you know, I so that is one of the reasons why I'm kind of pinching pennies right now until I get that vehicle in my parking lot. I've paid off some big loans this week, just trying to get ready to make this purchase, and because I don't like what some of the stuff's going on with interest rates and stuff, so I'm trying to fix myself where I don't have to deal with that. Next off is I'm going on 2 trips definitely this year and trying to work on a third. I'm going to the national. That's a done deal. Saving up for that, and then on top of that, I'm going to Cooperstown in the fall, and then hopefully in November. That's my outlier, and it's about 85% certainty at this moment is Toronto for the expo, and I really want to go to that. I just like to go to different shows. I know somebody's saying, you don't have to go to shows all over the world or country or whatever, but I feel like, if you can, I can understand the dollar amount. I'm not gonna say I won't do it again, but this won't be a yearly event, going to this show by any means. But it's just a show I would like to go to. You know, I see uh, Mike and Andy, Ray Rookie, I think it is the other one was out there in Burbank. Looked like they had a good time. Um, I think that's a future show. I think that proves that the Nationals full of shit about not going to the West Coast, but that's neither here nor there. And then let's see, but that Dallas, any of the bigger shows, kind of want to go to. I'd like to go to the other Chicago shows that they have. The Sports Spectacular. I was going to go to one during COVID, and it was actually the week when the world got shut down. So that was weird. It was last moment. I was still going. So I was flying out, and like the day of, it got canceled. So I had to cancel everything, which was all right. But off on a tangent, why I'm kind of the way it is, and then I tangent it off of that. So I'm always, man, I love to talk, and it shows. I miss you guys. uh, so that was Wednesday. Back to Wednesday and why I'm just not purchasing a lot. I did go out on Wednesday and buy 2 jumbo um, baseball boxes. Haven't opened up either one. I'll probably open up one this morning and open one pack. They're thick, those big packs. So it'll probably be just one pack a day. I like to just slowly go through those. Try to make up my mind on how I'm going to do sealed wax. I'm going to keep, when I buy one, I'm going to open it. Nats Man sent out a thing in our group chat. Do I open or not? It was a Sapphire update, I think. And I was like, did you purchase it sealed? Well, by definition, it means it was built to be open. So that's kind of my thing. I am not one that once it's open, it's gone. The cards are what we collect. Most of us, I don't really have nostalgia personally for the packaging or anything. I mean, I like the packaging and all, and it's cool. And I have some sealed packs. I have a couple graded sealed packs, but they're the cellos where you can see It's Cal Ripken and Gary Carter on the front of them. So that's, but to each his own. I'm not trying to bust any balls or anything here. You can do whatever you want. I don't care. I feel like cards. We collect cards. Cards. You can't get to the cards unless you open them, and I can't see uh, the card I need might be in that pack, and you won't even open it to see if you'll trade or sell with me. But anyway, uh, that's Wednesday for me. Kind of excited to open. I've been seeing a lot of openings. I really like this year's card. Really do enjoy it. I think it offers a lot. It's pretty darn nice, and I can see where some people don't like the floating head in the bottom, but it's not too bad. I kind of like it, and then I love the inserts, man. The inserts this year are really nice. I really think they've really outdone themselves. I opened up some. I finished opening a box of Bowman Draft Light, which I always think the light boxes don't get enough love. I think they're sneaky good. You're not gonna get the auto, most likely. I mean, if you, I know, I think there's a percent and a very high, like that might be the box hit or whatever. But the waves and the lavas and all that stuff, I really like those inserts, and I think they're kind of popular within in the hobby. Uh, so I just opened that and didn't get the guy that I bought the box going, oh, I'd rather buy the box because the box is cheaper than trying to buy this kid on Raw right now and then get the other first cards as well on top of it and didn't get him. So now I still need to buy the Jackson holiday. So, but I don't want to overpay because if he doesn't pan out, then I'm sitting here stuck with a $40 placeholder. So that's kind of why I bought the box. And that's why I bought the jumbos for all the rookies. I think this rookie class is, it's yet to be seen if it's going to be great or not, but I think it's got talent and really good talent. I mean, you're looking at a future great catcher. You're looking at, pitchers. I know pitchers are not overly collected or sought after, but, there are going to be some good ones, and I think this is going to be a fun year in collecting. Let's see. So Thursday, I'm going to start throwing this in because I was told don't be embarrassed about it. Whatever. Thursday, went to a new store, showed off some stuff I picked up. Excited about that store. Just sucks in the situation I'm in right now. Well, it's always great to refocus and don't let things get out of hand. We don't want to be, held to. I have a lot of stuff I hobby in, and I love Star Wars. It's, a very close number 2. It's not a 1A and 1B for my collection. It's a definite number 2. There's a space between baseball cards and Star Wars, but yeah, I love my Star Wars. And then everything else kind of falls in behind it. I saw a Batman and all that, so kind of get into that, and whatever else tickles my fancy. There's a word. There's some words. Let's see. What else? Thursday, not much Thursday, just a lot of show and tell. Showed off some comic books from when I was a kid. Just reminiscing a little bit. Seems like people like that. And that's kind of like what that part of the hobby is reliving some of your childhood, trying to get back some of that childish wonder and amazement, and just how everything was new, and just especially in the fantasy world, just we didn't care who was Marvel or DC. We just liked the characters and pretend, and we could have Spider-Man fighting Batman or fighting with Batman. It didn't matter, you know, the you can take your GI Joe and have them, fight battles with Star Wars figures. We didn't care. It was all about imagination and having fun with it. So that we try to get some of that back. Innocence, I guess, would be a term. Um, so not that I get in a full and play with GI Joe. I would though. But while I'm dancing to Rihanna, I guess. So that was kind of the week that it was. Fun week. Now this is gonna be kind of long. I can feel like I'm airing this out. I want to roll through these Ken Griffey's. I'll stop when there's something important, but let's get to it. So this is just an all-star card. So I have a box for like this type of thing because really no good way to store them. I need to put a super fit on there. I love this card here. Have a couple of those. I thought that was a pretty cool card. This was one back in the day you got out of a blaster. Got this graded, non-graded, like this as well. This is one of those, the 89 Bowman's tough to store. They play plenty of stuff to store it in. It just where do you fit it in your collection? So I just got a box for oversized stuff now. This is out of the 100. I think that is, that's out of 299 right there. That's the short printed version. This some memorabilia. Project 70. Now, Project 70, I bought them all. I have the complete run of Project 70 Ken Griffey's. I'm not going to go through, and I definitely have some favorites. Some I just don't like. I really like this one, and that one is by DJ Ski. Like those. And I was sitting there going, what hat to wear today? I'm going to talk about Griffey. Shouldn't wear a Mets hat. And I was like, I don't have a Mariners hat. I used to back in the day. I need to get a new freshie. I don't like having them nasty hats, man. I have one that I wear to work. And I have a couple for when I go to gym. So they probably have been used in a long, long time. But, I like to have fresh, clean hats. My problem is I'll have something on my finger where I take it on and off. You always see a spot. I can't stand it. Some more Project 70s. Like I said, complete run of the Project 70s. Boy, I love it when that thing goes off the kid. That's a really good one there. By Quika. And then I got the one, this one's numbered to 70. Promise that it is. Gotta like it when you get the Griffey. Now, I do have a complete run of Project 70 Cal Ripken, Frank Thomas, Mike Trout. Man, I just really thought, as a collector, I didn't really think this was something that's going to boom and take off. Right? That's what I'm buying it for. No, I needed them in my set. It was a Topps card. I just need them in my player set. And I kind of like, when some of them started getting crazy, I was like, man, I'm just going to buy them when they come out. I'm not going to worry about trying to get them on a secondary market or whatever the craziness that is. So I just went ahead. And then when I found out, like, Blake and some of those other people were letting the cat out of the bag, how they're getting paid by how many they sold. Well, I knew every one of them was going to do a Ken Griffey and a Mike Trout, um, some of the highest purchasing cards out there. So, and then they did Judge, and that's why you saw so many Yankees. I mean, look at this. It makes me cringe a little bit when I know how much money I spent on these, and now I could probably purchase some for pennies on the dollar, probably. Um, some of them, not all of them. Now this is a Project 100. Got stuck into my 70. I don't know if I have all the 100s. And what was the 2020s or whatever. I just kind of went on the channel on tops.com every once in a while and just picked them up. Now these are my graded cards, and I got them broken down just because they package or it's just easier to store in groups of the grader. So I have 4 different companies that I have graded stuff with, and then within this company, different flips. This is one of my favorite ones, just because it's a Japanese card. I just think it's just so unique. You see the Japanese writing, and on the back, I just think that's so cool. Got that from we see him every year at the National. Knows all of us. Man, he's just a great guy, and he is awesome. And you got to have the rooks. Got them in 8s. These are mine. I did buy them raw. Some of them I have from when I was a kid. If you want to call it, 2019. I was graduated from high school that summer. So love that card. That nice card. And I got these in CSG because these will never be sold. I'll desperately need money at that point to sell them. And because people are going, why'd you get them all in CSG? Well, my PC, I'll PC stuff all day in CSG. And I don't really do much for selling, but if I think they're going to be sold, this one I waited a while to get graded just because I didn't think it was going to grade too well. It's already numbered, so you're kind of putting a number on a number. I thought it's all center a little bit. I thought it had some chipping, but CSG gave it a 9. And if anybody knows, CSG is tough. So I got a 9. It's all centered, as you can see. I just really like that blue border with the Mariners stuff on. And that one's numbered out of 199. This one here, I purchased this one. I like to, when I want to get something of Ken Griffey, when it's time, I usually go look for CSG stuff. It's just you want to pay the PSA premium or normal card prices at CSG. So really like the Zenith here, honor roll. Again, another one I purchased, Upper Deck Challengers for 70. 1999 Upper Deck. So just a little thing, if you're just looking for cards, CSG, this is one out of my. I just love that picture of him. It's just, if the hat was backwards, it would have been perfect. But like that. I do have a King Griffey hat that I got from, he was the cover boy for the show one year. And the hat is made for you to wear backwards. It's got King Griffey on the thing on the back of it, and then the Mariner symbol. or the show symbol in the front of it. Another one I purchased, metal tin blast furnace. This is one of those ones I'll probably never forget how I bought it. Bought it from a young man at a show. Just thought it was awesome. He was running his own booth and everything, but he gave me a good price on it. See, another purchase, 9 reply cards, hand cut. Need to start rolling. This one was mine. 8. One I never seen till I purchased it. Ryan, 88 score. 97 Bowman Best International. Like that card a lot. 8. You buy. You what is it? You cry, I buy. That was that one there. That's an 8 there all day. This is a beautiful card. 1999 Stadium Chrome Refractor. Love that one. I believe that was a PWCC. PWCC. You can find like this one as well. This was a 9. But people stay away from 8s and 9s, especially if there's a 10 on there. If there's 2 of the same card and one's a 9 and one's a 10, you possibly can steal the 9 because everybody wants that 10. And, a lot of people are still out there wanting that 10. This was a 9. I'm so glad it is. I bought it. It's at least steel, but usually I've seen these with the protective not grading as high as a 9. But I mean, I bought this, and again, got it as a steal on PWCC. I feel like that was just a no-brainer. Like I threw a ridiculously low bid and got it. Focus Pocus again, 8 PWCC purchase. 1997 Bowman Chrome 10. I want to say almost, I can't remember exactly, but I think I got this from Nolan Alico 3 off of his page. This is a 97 Best International King Griffey. I think I already got that one, but man, look at this shot. I think one might have to go back through later. If I do, I'll sell one. 91 score for big heads. I remember those coming out. It just, everybody really looking for those. That was a fun card. And then the rookies, of course. And that was in a 5. That's out of my own. But it's mine. I got a 5. It makes for a very nice King Griffey coaster. And then we're going to round them out with SGC, the oversized slab. Of course, game within the game. Beautiful. One of the beautiful cards that Topps makes now for the art cards. 10. Looks so good in that SGC slab. 100. Another one I had done. I'd done that one a while back, and that's out of 100. I just like that emoji card. Let's see. Then the last of this one is a 6.5 of mine that I got. You can see it's all centered, but I thought it would be 8-ish, but I got a 6.5. That was back when I was still kind of learning, and I didn't realize SGC was so tough on centering. Then I got some of the old school. I bought these on Sport Lots on their auction tab. Again, SGC old flip, people tend to stay away from them. I don't know. I might take these to the National and try to get them reordered. I just don't know. I really like this Toys R Us, and I really would like to have them reordered in the new ones. But if I don't, it depends on how much it will be, because I think right now it's kind of expensive. And then last but not least, in my King Griffey collection is my one autograph. And if you know how expensive Kins are, I got this at my second ever national. 9.5 Gem Mint on a 10 auto. Not a huge Beckett fan, but this was the best way I could get it. Really love the auto. It's numbered out of 50. It's a gold. Uh, so, yeah, I just wanted on card. I just wanted it. That's a classic Ken Griffey Jr. auto. Um, I just loved it. If I was going to pay that the amount I did for that, and I waited, that was a Sunday purchase. I didn't get a break on it, but I waited and waited and waited, and just couldn't get the guy to cut down on it. So that's it for that. Thanks for sticking in there with me for this. Now for the week that's going to be tomorrow night, we're going to have Brad, the Hall of Famer, newly inducted. We're going to talk about the ending of the football season. I was going to ask you last Sunday, but I didn't want to interrupt anybody's Super Bowl Sunday. So we're going to talk about all that stuff, other things. You know how I am about surprise questions and things like that. And we're going to go off topic a lot. So Brad's a great guy. Met him at the National 2 years ago, and we'll talk a little bit about that tomorrow night. So please tune in. Sunday night, 8 o'clock. We're going to have Brad coming on. And let's see what kind of shenanigans. We're going to talk about soccer cards. Anyway, we're so, and I'm sure he probably could. So that's going to happen tomorrow night. And then it's going to be just a regular week after that. Share some cards, be nerdy, and love the hobby. Until next time, like, share, tell a friend. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Let me know in the comments, what you thought of my Griffies or anything else. Tell me to shut up, make these shorter, whatever. But these are sorting videos when you're sorting cards and just want to hear something in the background. Until next time, we'll see you.